the Nigerian who designed Nigeria's flag. Of course, Pa Taiwo Akinkunmi OFR has passed on. He died earlier in the week after a brief illness at 87. His demise was announced via a Facebook account by one of his children, Akinkunmi. Now President Bola Tinubu, in a statement by his special advisor on media and publicity, Aju Ngalale, condoled with Akinkunmi's family following his passing into glory. According to the president, Akinkunmi lived and worked for the greatness of the country. Of course, still with me is Justice Eugenia Ndolumbe in the house. Now, Justice Eugenia, from your observations, do you think Pa Akinkunmi was well celebrated enough before his passing?
I think so, even though he came late in the day. The first award he got, national award he got, was, I think, when he was age 80 in year 2014. By what if he died earlier? What if he had died at 79? What if he had died at 75? So I feel that he came late in the day, but eventually he came. It's better late than never, and it was really indeed befitting. He's a national treasure, right, that I feel that even beyond his death, he should still be celebrated. Maybe in Ogun State, where he hailed from, there should be a form of maybe national honor for him. Right. It doesn't have to be a full-blown holiday. National honor for him on a yearly basis, where they ensure that they perpetuate his name in history.
All right, Olumbe, very quickly, look at how long it took for him to be honored with the OFR, Order of the Federal Republic, by the Goodluck Jonathan presidency. Now, what do you think is responsible for the neglect of heroes who have etched their names into the history books?
It's first of all, I also must extend my condolences to the Akinkunmi family. The father and the patriarch of the family was obviously left an indelible mark on the Nigerian landscape by designing the national flag, which is a sense of pride to all of us Nigerians. Now to your question, it's rather unfortunate that it took that long for Pa Akinkunmi to be recognized. And as you rightly pointed out, this is something that is a regular occurrence, or has been a regular occurrence in Nigeria, where we have, as we call them, unsung heroes. Well, it's a lack of appreciation of our history. It's a lack of appreciation of sometimes even our culture. And it's a lack of also what we would call perhaps a national consciousness. You know, the pride in our people, the pride in our heroes, the pride in people who have actually touched lives and actually done great exploits for the country. Now, thankfully, again, we're sustaining democracy because I think under the Jonathan government, a lot more of our unsung heroes were recognized. And I guess as we continue to sustain democracy, a lot of these things will begin to take shape. As you can remember, under the Buhari government, the late MK Abiola also was given highest national honor, as well as being recognized. So in identifying where we have had our lapses in the past, where we didn't take that much cognizance of things, it was almost as if we were running away from things in our past. We thank God that history again is being taught in our secondary schools and is back in the curriculum. So perhaps those kind of things will help to bring our history and the people who have contributed to the history of this country to remain in the psyche of the citizenry and obviously the stakeholders that matter and are able to take these decisions. And I do hope that going forward with this new administration, they will be able to right some wrongs. And of course, one thing I also is they also need to institutionalize things. So sometimes it seems as if we are doing these people a favor by recognizing them or by giving them the national honors or naming things after them years after they might have performed these exploits. So perhaps, I believe it's under the office of the Secretary General of the Federation, which is like and the likes. These companies should be institutions such that whoever is there whoever is the president, whoever is the minister, whoever is the SGF at the time, these are institutionalized, and therefore it's on autopilot, and it takes a life on its own without it being one person's decision.
All right, Justice Ojena, very quickly now, before we go, considering the fact that we're already losing our bright minds to foreign countries, now the ones that are back at home, the talents we have back at home, what motivation should they hold on to flourish?
As much as possible, the government should create a level playing field for them. Aside the fact that it's hard to tell a Nigerian to be patriotic, we see the way Israelis are to their flag and to their country. We see the way Americans are to their flag and to their country. First, we have to sell that Nigeria is worth being patriotic about. Nigeria is worth singing the praises of. And as much as possible, too, the government should not truncate whatever it is that Nigerians want to be proud of. I feel that a person that really did a lot in that regard is the lady in charge of diaspora in the last administration, Abike Dabiri. I think somebody of that stature and caliber should be brought back into place so that Nigerians will be proud of themselves and they will want to do everything in their power to benefit Nigeria. Not just the Nigerians, even locally, the ones abroad too. I know of a lot of people that are yearning to come back and do well by this country. So we should do everything we can to ensure that we encourage that.
All right, Olumbe, quickly, before I let you off the hook, in a few words, what concrete solution would you actually prefer to talents back at home, like for them to actually flourish, regardless of whatever is happening with how they've been, others have been treated?
Well, so that's a difficult one. However, one of the main melees we have in Nigeria as of today is the fact that we have a lot of people that are not only unemployable but underemployed. So we need to begin to look at how we can actually upskill not some. I mean, okay, a lot of our youths that are still behind in the country, and try and engage them perhaps with digital skills. Not only digital skills, looking at the agricultural value chain. Those, I think, are the quick wins. It might not necessarily be something that is, sexy in the sense that, you're not wearing a tie or you're not going to an office. But we need to seriously look at our agricultural value chain, which I'm happy that is also part of the renewed agenda of this new government. And also in terms of digital skills for the young graduates and those still in school.
Thank you. Thank you very much, of course. Thank you very much, Olumbe Akinkunmi, policy analyst and chairman, Ondo State Information Technology Agency. And of course, Justice General, appreciate you for
always my pleasure.
For your contributions. All right, that's our show for today. Remember, you can follow the conversation on our social media platforms at TVC News NG or on our website at tvcnews.tv. I am Mark Otabo. And until next week, goodbye now.